Greetings, ladies and germs of planet Earth and beyond. King Zero Phoenix here, and welcome back to Subnautica. I know most of you are probably tired of seeing this game being put online already. After all, it's not as much. All the updates that are being done are just minor fixes, and from what I've heard, the full release won't be coming out until next year, sometime in the next couple months. But hey, at least now we can still have the ability to nitpick and tell them how everything's wrong. Let's see. I believe last time we left off, we had just finished, actually, yes, just completed our raiding of the Aurora. Now we can just gotta head back into the pod and salvage what we can. On that note, I'm gonna start playing from this point on, I'm gonna be playing the game a little differently. Now, the way I've been going, like the normal pace, that's just painstakingly slow to me, and there are just way too many risks that I personally don't like taking. So, from this point on, I am going to be using the different commands I usually use when I'm on my off-screen time. You know, no cost, fast build, fast growth, fast hacks, basically. Essentially, I plan on becoming sort of, not to sound arrogant or anything, but basically Subnautica God here. Call me what you will, but personally, I prefer this method of playing because I'm the kind of guy who likes things to go my way, and when they do, and I'm constantly worried about whether I'm going to see a Lobot or Reaper, or if I'm going to run out of oxygen or any of that BS. It's just too much of a hassle. Plus, personally, this makes the game a lot more entertaining, and I'll actually be able to get through the story significantly faster. That being said, I don't plan on, using the commands to give me all the blueprints for everything. That's just too easy. So, with that, I am going to continue using, trying to find everything the right way, going through all the different biomes, searching the different wrecks without getting killed. But I'm going to be doing it my way. Basically, as my name suggests, King Zero Phoenix, even though I don't have any artistic talent or the ability to create the character Zero, trying to show, in a certain aspect, just how powerful he really is, what he's capable of. My character Zero is the one I actually created years ago when I was still in grammar school. I first designed him as nothing more than a little dragon to be, but the same goal I have him as now, to be basically the most powerful being of all time. Stronger than Superman, and Saitama from anime, and even Goku can. None of those three could even put a dent in Zero's armor. That being said, they can't really make any. I just realized they can't really actually make a shell about Zero, because I purposely made him so powerful. Unlike other shows, where they have to struggle against their enemies, he could just. There we go. Meditate along with me while we wait, my friends. It'll help calm the soul. I'm pretty sure you're aware of why is my voice deep like this. Personally, I just like to mix and match my voice from time to time just to keep things interesting. And you have to admit, with this deep voice, I sound a lot more sinister. Here we are. Alright. Now for the fun part. There. Now I've got everything set to fast. And set to invisible. Funny, I don't remember this being so dark. Hey. Nope, thought I could fit through there. Alright. Yep, non-functional. Still have not yet implemented the code for the captain's quarters yet, I see. Oh, something tells me that'll come through soon enough. Yep, still infected. Plus, with the bump, having everything, make myself invisible at least this way, I won't have to worry about those annoying bleeders. Not sure why, but everything seems a little different to me. I think it's the smoke. Oh, did not think about this next part. Shame there's no crouch mechanic. This works. Huh. This is supposed to be the airlocks? Alright, we got what we came for. Now what the hell? YOLO, people! Cannonball! Oh, that was a belly flop. Ow. Just kidding. And now, like... Hey!
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I saw something just now. Thought there'd be more. I thought there was more around here. My mistake. The only issue with the invisible cheat, while it makes me invisible, my vehicles, not so much. Thankfully, I did a reconnaissance, and there should be no Reapers around. I sincerely hope and pray to God. I'm going for it. There's what's left of Life Pod 4. Come on, come on, come on. Fear is only in the mind. Calm yourself. Glad I got through that with no incidents. Truth be told, and I know I would have been, spooked to see the Reaper pop up out of nowhere, but truth be told, not much scares me anymore. Honestly, when you see horror films like the Alien Predator franchise, any zombie films, basically films involving serial killers and all that, at some point you just kind of grow used to it, I guess. I mean, you don't really plan or want to, but I guess it's just one of those things. I don't really know. According to my mom, that's not necessarily a good thing, since fear can help from doing something stupid, but then again, fear also can cause you to do something stupid. Honestly, I guess it just depends. There are things I am still scared of, I'm not gonna lie. But that being said, I'm not just gonna let fear overrun every decision I make. Alright. Now this is where the fun part begins. Now that I've taken off the limiters, I can basically start creating my base however I see fit. And check septic tank. Oops, my bad. One thing I noticed, even though I'm using the no-cost cheat, whenever I construct or deconstruct reinforcements, it always takes the titanium, but it doesn't take the lithium. Why is that? Well, at least I could always use it. Well, I can always use the lithium for something else, but gotta make sure, before I start going crazy, I gotta make sure the entirety of the base is well fortified. As I keep adding too much stuff of all willy-nilly, next thing you know, the whole thing sprung a leak. And I tried repairing all the leaks when it was complex and crazy. You know how long that took me? Ugh. Gotta breathe. Yeah. I think I remember a group command for this was Bob the Builder. Appropriate, don't you think? This is... Can we build it? Yes, we can. Boom. It looks so nice, doesn't it?
Constructed with a specific research task in mind, observatories and other glass modules are imprudent for survival purposes.
I disagree with you there, sweetheart.
Warning. Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Good. Ingredients unknown, nor do I. If you don't mind, I'm going to be spending the next couple of minutes constructing my base. Once sun up, that's when we can head to the energy pulse origin, to the precursor cannon. I don't know. Some would have said spoiler alert, but hey, who hasn't seen this series? He's done by several other YouTubers. Boom. There. Let's see. I don't mind having the windows on top. At least it gives me a view of the ocean surface. Let's see. Personally, to me, it still sucks that terraforming just costs so much memory from this game. Because I remember back in the early days, I would build my base right there into the side of the cliff. I mean, that's works just as well, but I mean, you get used to things a certain way. It's just hard to see when things start changing. Here we go. Boom, that'll be my storage area, and now I can also add in one of these. There goes that creep vine. Personally, I'm just trying to do this more for the scanning range, more than anything else. And now that creep vine's gone. I remember saying that they should probably have something like this on the Cyclops, that way you can scan for resources farther out. But then that got me thinking, where exactly on that still would it fit? I mean, it's small enough on its own. Then that reminded me, as long as I keep the range in all these things, I could just build it. And since the thermometer no longer has a HUD and signals no longer require slots, I could just pop it in there and scan for resources wherever I am, as long as it's within range of my base, that is. Storage. I'm not sure why I decided to build it this way, though. I'm sure many other people have their own unique ways of building a base, their own underwater base, but for me, there's certain gotta be aesthetically pleasing to me. Nothing I can look at and say, this is mine. I made this. Sort of like when a man builds anything by hand, you get a certain sense of pride. Now that I got that part set up, let's head inside.
Fluid intake. Vital signs stabilizing.
Alright. I got big plans for this place. They changed it again, did they? Yep, it's daylight now. And thankfully, since I built this part above the surface, I don't have to worry about power. Alright, now we can make some progress. Onward to the energy pulse origin, shall we? Hold it. There we go. Just a safety precaution. At least now I can go back and forth to the Aurora without having to worry about Reapers tearing up my sea moth. Like I said, when I have the opportunity, I am basically going to annihilate the Reaper Leviathan in population here. Basically, they will be extinct by the time I'm done with them. Of course, then, and probably, I have no idea what the ecological impact will be on this planet if I do that, taking away such an apex predator out of the food chain. But honestly, I don't care. This is in my world, and I don't care. Please tell me that was a reefback. There it is. The mountain and home to the precursor gun. Every time I hear the word precursor, I can't help think of one of the earliest games I ever played, the Jak and Daxter franchise. Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy. One of the funnest games I ever played, and I can still beat it to this day. I don't see any bone sharks around. Shale.
Detected massive energy signature in the region. Cannot identify.
Shale outcrops. The sedimentary rock is formed from flakes of clay minerals, inside of which rare metals such as lithium can be found. Geological conditions on this planet mean it tends to be found in deeper biomes. Gold and lithium source. I remember looking at the cut. I decided to check out the cut content for this game. I don't know why, but they took out not the shale. What was it? Basalt, was it? Yeah, they took out the basalt outcrops. Let me see. No, not base. That was one of the two. I can't remember. Though even they don't know why it was cut, because they also received a final form too. It feels nice to stretch my feet every once in a while. Did they? I remember. Oh yeah, that's right. They removed durability from this. My God, these are so hydrating. I left it back at the... Whoa. They gave it a much brighter paint job, I noticed. Should have brought it with me. Oh well. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about those annoying cave crawlers anymore. Plus, I do remember where I need to go to get the fragments. To get the easy. Ow! Only minor sprain, nothing major. I'm gonna lose a leg, aren't I? Free titanium. Of course. Wow, they've really been doing their updating on the data. This device matches known technologies and is likely alien in nature. Power is being routed via the terminal to the nearby force field. The technology is far beyond anything encountered before by the Federation. Nonetheless, there is some, like a regular lock, and only requires the correct kind of key. Oh, duh. Ugh. Of course, before I go in, now I need to find another tablet. Actually, if I remember correctly, there should be one inside the mountain caves. Don't worry. I'll get to it soon enough. You can see the entirety of the aurora from here. Okay, that blue is getting on my nerves. Let's see. Yeah, that looks much better. I believe this entire mountain is being used as a conduit for all the energy from the thermal plant down below. Oh, there it is. I'll need you. And I know there's already another one on the inside, so don't have to worry about that. Another great way of getting exercise aside from swimming is running. Of course, there's nothing on land for me to run from, but... That reminds me. If memory serves me right, there's a Reaper patrolling the waters down here. Yep, I see ya. Now, normally if I can hear it, then it can hear me. But thankfully, I'm invisible. I'm not gonna test it out just yet. Oh, but you'll get yours, Reaper. You will get yours. Alright, enough malicious laughing for one day. Inside that gun. Ow! Only dropped a little bit, nothing too serious. Sorry, I had an itch.
Scans indicate this structure is composed of a metal alloy with unprecedented integrity. No match is found in database. Performing structural analysis.
This whole place reminds me of that pyramid from Aliens vs. Predator. Could you imagine, though? Oh, it turns out if the precursor species had any connection to the Yautja, that's the Predators for those who are not familiar. That's the alien EVP lore.
Unknown language. Attempting translation.
Alien data terminal. Discovered inside an alien facility, it was not possible to translate any useful information. However, scans have returned some information from the device itself. It is likely a solid-state computer, although there is no clear way to interface with it. On approach, it began producing a low-frequency radio wave containing complex but recognizable data patterns. It is likely the alien species which designed this technology evolved or genetically selected sensory apparatus to hear and understand the information being broadcast by the device and to communicate back. The mental processing power required to perform this kind of telepathy would imply the designers were considerably more psychologically developed than the common human. Yeah, even I could have told you that.
Your best probability of interfacing with this facility is achieved by accessing the control in the lower section.
What? I get it, since I passed below the surface. The ion. Oh, ion cubes now. This green mineral substance has no entry on the periodic table and an unprecedented ability to store huge amounts of ionic energy within it. Likely grown. Grown? Officially, cubic appearance suggests it has been cut from a large deposit. Each cube contains the equivalent of ionic energy of 5 kilotons of TNT. Under the right conditions, the energy could be released in a controlled manner, likely used as batteries, but requires a substantial power source to be recharged. 5 kilotons of TNT. Anyone else hear that crackling sound it's giving?
Analysis of the patterns on the walls cannot ascertain whether their purpose is aesthetic or functional. Further data required.
Judging by how everything's always matching, I'd say it was purely aesthetic. I have to admit, though, very well done. I can't imagine the amount of hours it must have taken for, the developers to designers to get all this detail inside. I sincerely hope that stuff isn't actually radioactive. That's all the last thing I need.
Unknown language. Attempting translation.
Enforcement platform schematic. This data set appears to be a multi-dimensional schematic of some kind. By mapping the pattern to three-dimensional space, it is possible to gather a basic understanding of this facility's internal workings. The facility's unknown construction material is identified as an ultra-hard, non-reactive metal amalgam, synthesized from off-world materials. There is no indication that it can be damaged or destroyed by available means. That's some tough. The schematic indicates the facility was to be powered by a separate self-sustaining power plant located elsewhere on the planet. The location is not listed, but there is evidence the design is intended to harness the planet's natural thermal energy. Why we're not doing that here on Earth? I know. Wait, I know why. You can't really get too much money off an energy source that never runs out, can you? The facility consists of the upper engineering section where the schematic was found and the control room, which is accessed via a security-sealed elevator shaft or a separate underwater moon pool. I remember that. I actually tested out you really can fit your Cyclops in that thing. In fact, you really could use this enforcement platform as your base. Not really, but it's a fun thought. The control room in the lower section houses the only known way to interface with the facility. However, the schematic does not detail the operation procedure or install security measures. Of course it doesn't. The reason probably why is because anyone who shouldn't be here came snooping. If they tried to interface it, they would immediately go... Oh yay, my favorite part. I kid you not, that would give me a heart attack. I didn't turn it on anywhere else, though. All from one tablet, huh? Well, that's convenient. At least I get a spare tablet out of that. There's the moon pool. My sea glide has next to no power left, so let's not take a swim, shall we? Hello. This wasn't here before. Whoa. Strong resemblance to human weaponry in form. This device must have been designed with a humanoid user in mind. Whether the aliens that built the structure were themselves humanoid or otherwise employed the use of humanoids is unclear. What is clear is that they considered defending this facility a necessary precaution. There's no obvious way to remove the rifle from the case. Have an actual gun in this place? Oh, yes. Strange. Where have I seen that before? Does that look familiar to anybody? I don't know. I'm surprised they decided to move it here, though. Last time I checked, thought that thing was supposed to be visible in the primary containment facility, not here. Yes, this teleporter. Still not 100% sure where it goes, though. I'm pretty sure there was another one of the primary containment facility that does lead through here. The only one I know of is that one still underwater where the baby sea embers come out after they hatch. More ion power for this guy. Yep, there's the other tablet. I do hear they plan on adding the other colors. I know orange and blue are implemented, but I hear they're going to include like white, orange, another one. They've really been changing. Doomsday device? Oh dear God. Doomsday device. Scans indicate this device contains enough potential energy to destroy the entire planet, along with most of the solar system? What the hell? Why would anybody make this thing? It was presumably to be used in the event of quarantine failure. Fortunately, it has malfunctioned. I better stay away from that. Just, don't want to risk accidentally my presence actually fixing it. Dying slowly via...
Indicate the facility's control room lies beyond this doorway.
As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, death by bacterium is one thing, but death via doomsday device, not so much. And we're in. There it is. Main computer. Still don't know why these areas are here. There's not like there's anything waiting for me down there. This thing used to be scannable. Oh, they even changed the color. Let's see. Hello. That used to glow red before, not green. Oh! Ow!
The control panel is broadcasting a message. Translation reads, "Warning, infected individuals may not disable the weapon. This planet is under quarantine." Self-scan complete. The bacterial infection in your system has progressed, detecting skin irritation and immune system response. Further data required to identify bacterial strain. Translating background broadcast. Downloading summary to databank.
Yeah, just for that a little bit. Ow! Damn it! That has to be painful. Let's see. The disease research facility. Intercepted background data regarding further facility elsewhere on the planet. Research facility personnel 7. Live specimen study. And synthesis of antidote for highly infectious bacterium designated Qatar. Cave system with extensive fossil records southwest of enforcement platform 800 meters deep. There's remote containment and research sites to reduce risk of contagion. Off-site thermal power generator ground-to-air quarantine enforcement platform in case of security breach. In the event of outbreak, quarantine procedures will be automatically enforced with immediate effect. The quarantine enforcement platform will target all incoming and outgoing craft to prevent the spread of infection off-world. Smart. So as long as... No thanks. As long as this thing is still active, there's no way I can get off-world. Of course, even if I could turn it off, I still have to get cured, unless I risk spreading a very lethal bacterium across the planet. Or, not just across the planet, to the rest of the world, really. Alright, let's head down. Up, and away! Not gonna lie, this is the ultimate elevator. I can handle the going up part, the going down. I'd rather take the stairs. I don't think my heart could take a jolt like that. Huh. Alright. Sorry, I'd need to say, ladies and gentlemen, I was hoping we could get to see the sunbeam go kablamo at the end of this episode, but we're starting to run a little too long. So once I get out, we'll just have to save the sunbeam's unfortunate demise for the next episode. But still... Oh, you can scan them now? Oh, that's cool. The Skyray has a bird-like head and feathered wings which enable it to fly. Wings suggest some evolutionary connection with waterborne race, however their last common ancestor would have borne little resemblance to either. Skyrays are commonly found circling floating structures and rarely venture far out to sea. They will perch on dry land but are prone to flee on approach. Diet is likely seed-based. Presence may indicate nearby dryland. Same thing with birds on Earth. Huh. This is sunrise. I hope. That's right, I'm dying.
Vital signs stabilizing.
There. That should hold me over for a while. Save. Thought the game crashed there for a second. Anyhow, with that, I need to end here because we're already going past 40 minutes. Anyhow, we made much more progress, and I hope you people don't mind the way I'm starting to play this game now. Either way, thank you so much for joining me on this little adventure. Hit the like button to let me know you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're interested in seeing more. Be sure to share your opinions with me down in the comments below. And I ask that you, if it's not too much, catch up on the other videos I've watched in my playlist, which I'll have like down below or something. And until next time, this is King Zero Phoenix, signing off. Laters!